Danny, were you surprised this fight, came through for you? Because, you've been wanting this fight for so long, and you've always been vocal about it. You'll chase him anywhere to get it. So the fact that it came through and it happened for you, were you surprised?
I was very surprised because, when you think about when people say star power and they want mega fights, sometimes I'm left out of the equation because I know I'm more of a threat than people would consider a superstar to make major profit off of it, mega fights.
Right.
So my hat's off to Canelo for accepting this fight because, I really didn't think we were going to get it. As much as I pushed for it, in the back of my mind, I've always just felt like some way, some shape or form that it was going to fall through, whether it was them lowballing me, whether it was weight situation or just whatever the case may be. It could have been several reasons why it would have fell through. And me being a champion, I've always wanted to make sure at least I had the respect that I deserve. So when everything across the board made sense for me, I signed my part of the deal. And as soon as I got the word that Canelo signed his contract, I was jumping for joy. And it was an excitement, yeah.
Jake.
Daniel, about almost 2 years ago now, you're in there with Golovkin in Madison Square Garden. You take Golovkin the distance for the first time, break his knockout streak. I thought at the end of that fight that you were more or less happy to have gone a distance with Golovkin and not necessarily that you didn't get the victory.
So you're just saying I was just happy with the fact that I went
I'm
the
asking
distance?
you.
No, I say you just said, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
You didn't
It
say
is.
in
It
a
is.
question form.
Yes.
So what
were
are you
happy?
asking me?
Were you happy to get the? I thought that you were happy to get the decision.
You're incorrect. I actually thought I won
take
the
him
fight.
to the decision that
I actually
day.
thought I won the fight. I actually thought even with the knockdowns, I did enough to enclose a close decision. I kept contact with my trainers in between rounds, so his assessment of the fight, I trusted. And going back and looking at the fight, at the end of it, I truly in my heart felt like I won. Not that I was happy to go 12 rounds. No, that doesn't make sense to me.
Just trying to be. I was just trying to be honest.
No, I appreciate that, but I'm just being honest myself.
Okay, great.
As a fighter, it's almost insulting to say that I'm just satisfied with going the distance. So you have to understand from my perspective that in my mind, I truly felt like I won, and I wasn't broadcasting it as if, I got robbed. I'm just happy with the fact that I went 12 rounds with Golovkin, like many reporters or many other people would say. No, truly in my heart felt like I won the fight. So that's
having said that, now you're in a situation, another super fight with Canelo. You've been vocal about being able. You think you can stop Canelo? Are you looking to not take this or have this go into the judge's hands?
Well, I truly feel that with my style, and obviously if you're knowledgeable about the boxing game, styles make fights, and you understand that. So the fact that Canelo lost or beat Triple G doesn't automatically means that he beats me, because styles make fights. So in my opinion, based on my style and what I bring to the table, yes, I do feel like I can stop Canelo. But my goal is to make sure that I secure victory with no drama, with no controversy, with no issues, with who the decisive winner is. So that's my goal.
Do you feel like winning by knockout is your only path?
No, I do feel like there's going to be a lot of pressure on the judges, and we're going to make a note of that so we keep everybody accountable, because we're going in there, we're risking our lives, and we're fighting for everything. And we want to make sure that everybody does what they get paid to do, and not what, you know what I mean? People say people get paid under the table. That's not what I mean. I mean, keep people accountable for judging fights the way that they see it, and not based off of influence from the crowd or influence from any other source. My job is to secure a dominant performance and make sure that there's no doubt. So whether that's being an aggressor, boxer aggressor, whether that's knocking him out, whether that's, winning a close fight. He's a talented guy. I'm gonna have to adjust. There's gonna be some things that I might have to face in there, despite his disadvantages. But I'm looking forward to it all. This is an exciting time for me.
Danny, there's no doubt that Floyd Mayweather beat him in 9 or 10 rounds.
Right.
One judge has scored it even. So it brings me back to the
Right. I mean, but we're not going to have those same judges. I'm hoping. Right. We're not going to have those same judges. But like I said before, we're going to bring attention to the judges to make sure everybody's accountable for it. And it's not to make excuses or not to put anything out there prior to, but it's still, I have responsibility as a fighter. Reporters have a responsibility as reporters, even though sometimes you guys don't care about it. Judges the same way, right? So everybody has a responsibility. Cool?
Do you have to train for that? Like, does that have to be part of your game plan coming into it, knowing that you might not?
No, I know exactly what you mean. Let me answer that. I appreciate that question. My thing is this: when we're training, sometimes when I'm sparring, I might have guys glance my glove or block certain punches. We don't want to give any looks whatsoever. We don't want to give the crowd or we don't want to give the judges anything that they can say Canelo won this fight. So that's our game plan.
Who did you think won each of the 2 fights between Canelo and Golovkin?
In my honest opinion, I truly think Golovkin won both fights.
Amen.
I thought the second fight was a lot closer, and I take my hat off to Canelo for adjusting, but I still didn't think that he won. I think at the very least, it could have been a draw, the second fight. But in both fights, I picked Golovkin winning. It's all going to come together the night of. We're still forming our game plan. We still have a long 2 months of training camp. We're still putting the pieces together. And in the final week of our training camp, we'll know exactly what we need to go in there and do. But obviously this is boxing, anything can happen. So if I need to adjust and make plan B my plan A or plan C my plan A, then that's what we're going to do. On paper, he's the best opponent that I've faced on paper. Yeah, but on paper, he beat Golovkin. So, to me, when you're asking me on paper, I have to go with the on paper question. And on paper, yes, he is the best fighter that I fought because on paper, he beat Gennady Golovkin, even though that's not what I agree with. So, on paper.
Danny, I was hoping you could clarify something for me. Obviously, you hold the IBF, so usually you're restricted to a 10-pound weight limit. This is a unification. Right. My understanding.
Morning of.
Yeah. Morning of, right? My understanding.
Because a lot of people don't understand that. They just think I can't come in. Yeah, sometimes you guys got to specify that because the fans, they don't think that I can come in over after the second day weigh-in. They just think, oh, Jacobs has to be 170, and that's it. He can't come in anything higher. But to clarify that, we did it in our last fight. We're looking forward to doing it again, even though the IBF ruled out that for a unification bout, there's no second day weigh-in. But Golden Boy put in the contract, so that would be a question that I would like to know.
I asked them, and they said the IBF put it in there.
So we got this on camera.
Yeah.
Golden Boy said
it was IBF.
I'm just saying, I just wanted some clarity from your end because I asked them before they got
we
here.
made history 2 years ago when we changed the ruling of the IBF and how they take care of fighters with the second day weigh-in or unification bout, right? We already established that. It's already been established. So for me, I think they're looking for any way, shape, or form to get an advantage. This is not something that they're not used to doing. I mean, we know it. Amir Khan coming up from whatever weight he was, and it was a catch weight. All these different, it's not the essence of boxing. And it's not what I know to be your champion. This is not championship behavior. Golden Boy